Welcome back to a Slice of News, where I cut you off a slice of news. As New Yorkers head to the polls today, they are likely about to elect Zohran Mamdani as their new mayor for New York City. His win will come after a massive opposition, not only from those on the Republican side, but also from those within his own Democratic Party. The higher-ups in the Democratic establishment simply refuse to endorse him for mayor. For other candidates, the lack of support from their party would be the end of their campaign. There would be no path forward if they could not get the public support from the big names in their party. But Mamdani is different. While he may not have had the support of the high-ups in the Democratic Party, what he did have, and what is going to catapult him into the mayor's office, is he has the support of the people. And what's gained him that popular support is just how genuine he seems. The typical candidate is usually well past their half-century of life, established within the party, centrist views, a lot of big money backing, and a political insider. Just a lot of the same. And what that tends to result in is a lack of political engagement. And voters simply not showing up, especially when it comes to younger voters. But Mamdani entirely decimates that trend. At only 33, he is vibrant and engaging in a way that most politicians on both sides of the political aisle simply could only wish they could be. He brings hope back into politics, something that's been sorely lacking and even more sorely needed. That hope translated into a veritable army of nearly 100,000 volunteers who were out there canvassing and door-knocking for Mamdani. That sort of mass engagement is hard to manufacture, but it is clear that these people truly believed in Mamdani and his message and really wanted to get out there and make sure they could get as many people as they could on board with them. Canvassers on the Upper East Side were hitting 5- and 6-story walk-ups and hitting doors from the top to the bottom because they truly believed in the message and the man of Mamdani. And as someone who's been following the Mamdani campaign and listening to his messaging, it doesn't surprise me. This guy really feels like he gets it, that he's really engaged both with the people of New York City and in putting out a message of genuine care and hope. And when he speaks, you genuinely believe him. He has an air of authenticity that has been almost entirely lacking in the majority of politicians. You listen to them speak and you know that it's all rehearsed talking points. It's all something that some professional writer wrote up for them and they're just saying the words. But when Zohran Mamdani speaks to you, it feels like he's speaking to you. The things that he's saying and the promises that he's making are genuine, are real. They feel like this is a guy who honestly wants what's best for New Yorkers, all New Yorkers, whether they vote for him or not, that he is a man who wants to represent everyone and make life in New York City better for all. I remember the early days of Obama on the campaign trail and just how electrified he made younger voters. When he campaigned on hope and change, when he said, yes, we can, you believed it. And to say Mamdani is Obama-esque may sound a bit hyperbolic, but I definitely see a lot of shades of Obama in this man. He's making younger, progressive voters, a voting bloc that has for so long felt disenfranchised and felt completely disconnected because they feel like both sides of the political aisle simply do not speak for them, and I would argue correctly so. He has brought them back into politics and made them want to be engaged in politics for some for the very first time. That alone is a massive achievement, one that he can and absolutely should be incredibly proud of. And it is that very engagement of young, in-touch voters that has the Democratic establishment panicking. They are afraid that this is a sign of a new wave of young, progressive voters that are going to remove the aging, out-of-touch leadership within the Democratic establishment. He is a breath of fresh air where previously was only stagnant air. He is dismantling, or at least potentially dismantling, the established order, and they do not want that. And it's not even just the Dems within the political machine that aren't in favor of Mamdani. There are so many older Democratic voters who just cannot get on board with him. They want to call him a socialist and a radical, and he's too young, he doesn't have the experience, he's not qualified. Actually, a lot of the things that they called Obama back when he was first running for president, and we saw where that went. And sure, Mamdani is not running for president. Well, not yet anyway. But it's the same feeling going into this mayoral election. For a lot of people, be they New York City voters or not, don't feel that Mamdani fits the mayoral mode, that he has to be a certain way because that's how a mayor is supposed to be. They want someone ineffectual and middle of the road because that's what they've always had and that's all they want. Traditionally, older voters fear change, and Zohran Mamdani is the change, and as a result, they are afraid of him. But they don't need to be. I think a lot of those old voters have forgotten the days of John F. Kennedy, Robert Kennedy, when politicians felt vibrant and hopeful and made you feel like they wanted what was the best for all of us. We've all had too many decades of establishment politicians who say one thing and mean another and are very polished, but also very fake, that they lack sincerity and genuine desire to make the people that they will be governing have a better and more affordable life. Zohran Mamdani is 100% that guy. Clinging to the old ways and how things always used to be. That's what Republicans do, what conservatives do. That's not what the Democratic Party should be about. It should not be about trying to be Republican light, but a little bit more socially progressive. Democrats need to push progress and looking forward and not being stuck in the past. And Zohran Mamdani is the path forward. It is the way for the Democratic Party as a whole. And if nothing else, that is what this win should teach all politicians, but especially those on the Democratic side. Real gets results. Being genuine brings people to you. Authenticity is the name of the game. When you put someone forward for political office that is genuine, that is real, that is honest, that you can really feel inspired by and feel like, yes, this is someone who is genuinely going to fight for me, not just going to say that on the campaign trail. Once they're elected, they're just going to take money from big business and corporations and not deliver on the things that they promised. People like to feel seen, to feel heard, to feel like the politicians they're electing are genuinely there for them and to fight for them and to address the needs that they have on a day-to-day. And hopefully those in the Democratic Party take heed of that message and don't try to slink back into establishment, to slink back into the way we've always done things, into what's frankly been mediocrity and something that the Republican Party has used so effectively to their advantage. Democrats lose election after election because they can't engage their base. They cannot convince younger progressive voters that the Democratic Party cares about them, that the Democratic Party has not abandoned them, that the Democratic Party is the party for them. And Zohran Mamdani says, yes, Democrats can be your party. I am here with you. We are here together. Let's make change happen in New York City. The perception for many is the Democratic Party is not the party of the people, it's the party of the elites, that they look down upon the common folk. But Zohran Mamdani is of the common folk, and he says, no, I care about the common person. The Democrats care about the common person. I want to fight for you and what you care about, and I want you to believe not just in me, but in the party. And the people are coming out and saying, yes, we believe in you, Zohran. We are here with you. We want you to be our mayor. I don't even live in New York City, but I want to vote for him. I want him to be my mayor because he really shows that a change is coming in the Democratic Party and hopefully for the country. Progress is not only possible, but it is going to happen. When he succeeds as New York City mayor, I want Democrats to point to him and say, see, this is what we want on a national scale. It's possible. We can together. So while regretfully I cannot cast a vote myself for Zohran Mamdani, I hope very much that those who can in New York City do vote for Zohran Mamdani for mayor today. And we all wake up tomorrow to the headline, Zohran Mamdani is New York City's newest mayor. I think we could all use some good news in politics these days. And I, for one, wish Mr. Mamdani, or should I say Mayor Mamdani, only the best. Alright, guys, that's going to be it for this episode of A Slice of News. I've been your host, Mr. Slice, and until next time, when I cut you off, another slice of news.